good morning, good day, good evening. Whenever you've decided to click on my channel and watch my videos, thank you, and I appreciate you joining me today. Today's DIY will be more about candy and Valentine's giving idea. The things that I make up, I give away. Most of them I give away. The only thing I keep is the things that you will see on my table throughout the year. And my last DIY was the Happy Valentine's Day red truck from Dollar Tree. And everything is from Dollar Tree that I also included into the part 2 video. So there's 2 videos on this DIY. Be sure to check it out. And on a gentle, kind note, if you are taking the idea and uploading it to your YouTube channel and you happen to have a commercial in front of your channel, then please can you at least give me a little respect and mention my name, that I inspired you, Babcia from Legacy's Little Luxuries Arts and Crafts YouTube. That way we support each other, and if I hear a shout out, I will shout back out to you in my next YouTube video. It's only due respect to us crafters, and we have to stick together. And I work and you work extremely hard on these DIYs, at least you know I do. And you also know that uploading the video with all my humor corners and everything else that I add in my videos, that takes me 4 to 5 hours out of my time just to bring it out there to the public and for people to copy the idea. I just would like to have a little respect in return and have a mention of my name and my channel. I hope you understand. I'm not trying to be a meanie. That's just the way I roll in life. And these happen to be teachers' gifts, and I appreciate teachers in society. For our children, I went to college. I appreciated my professors and what they brought to the table every day. And to me, a crafter who uploads their DIY on YouTube is also teaching. So I just want to have a little bit due respect back. So could you please mention me? I would just be so thrilled. And I, in return, might give you a shout out back on my YouTube for thanking you. So let's get to this DIY. It's going to be about candy again. I'm using mostly 100% Dollar Tree items, and we'll go over that in the next video filmed. And this is January 5th on a Sunday, 2020. So I do not know when I'm going to upload this to YouTube, because I've been allowing a few of my videos to start on a premiere, and when the premiere starts, I'm in the chat and I'm talking to you all. So if you see a video and it has a premiere and you have to wait for it, remember I'm right there on the keyboard answering your questions and responding to your comments. It doesn't show it later on to the public, but during that chat time, it's between you and I and then everybody else who's watching the premiere. And I have one scheduled this morning at, I think, 9:30 this morning. I'm going to have to double check. Right now, it is only 6:30 in the morning with me. So I want to get this intro DIY started, and then I'll be over on the laptop on the 5th of January, answering anybody's chat messages. And then I wish you a great, healthy Sunday. And grab yourself a cup of coffee, stick around, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. And if you like this DIY and you share it on your YouTube videos, mention my name, and I appreciate it. So let's get going. Oh, and I'm wearing my Kiss 49 years of Kiss. I've seen Kiss 2 times in concert, and I'm wearing my cute little troll earrings. Aren't they adorable? So I'm a little feisty this morning, and I haven't even just began drinking my coffee. So let's get going with this DIY and have some fun today. Thank you. Okay, so going to start out with a jar from Dollar Tree that has a lid Alright, about yay big because it has to fit the foam that I'm going to place on the top of it, this green foam. Now, here's my tip for the day. I'm going to have to place this out in my kitchen sink with a wet washcloth and some soap on it, and allow it to soak on the bottom of this jar to remove all the sticker that I could not get off. And in return, it'll also wash the jar. I always wash the items that come from the Dollar Tree or any store that I turn into a craft, because a little bit of dust will really end up making your project turn into a catastrophe, because dust won't bond with any hot glue, okay? And if you're using hot glue, you want things to be clean. You want the surface to be wiped from any dust or grime or any type of food if you're repurposing a jar. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head into the kitchen. I'm going to allow this one to soak with a warm washcloth. Meanwhile, I'll just start working on the lid. Now, if you watched my last DIY about the red truck, and I mentioned it earlier, here's a few more of the shadow boxes that I found at Dollar Tree that you can use for the base. This one is called In This House. Now, I said in my videos, don't worry about what's on the bottom, because the reason why I said that is because I have stickers that I'm placing on the bottom of my gift giving ideas. I have my own little Legacies, Little Luxuries YouTube stickers, and so I cover that area. But if you want to pick up something that looks cute, this is a cute idea. If you're not worried about what it looks like, that's okay. And then here's another shadow box I picked up. It's called Home Sweet Home. This would be great and idealistic for the center of the truck as well. Now I needed 2 more, and these were the ones that I picked up. So look around, look in the craft section. Just make sure that they are made from wood, because I use and show you how to use the cute little wood screws, because some of these DIYs won't just have candy in it and a box of tissue. They're going to weigh a lot. I'm going to make up one with bath and body products, okay? Soaps, lotions, you name it. That stuff's heavy, okay? So that's why I show you the DIY using the screws to attach everything. And here's 2 more options. Also, with this jar, I plan on adding some really cute crystal stones along with mixture of candy. Why? Just to capture the light. Alright? I am going to fill the jar up with candy. I get the candy was it 2 for $1 on sale? Or no, it was $1 a pack at Kroger's. So I will fill the jar up with candy, but I'm also going to include some cute little stones just to highlight and reflect the light. This is going to be a desktop candy dispenser for somebody I know for Valentine's Day, and they will place it on their desk at work. So that's why I'm just going to add stones in case I don't mention it later on. So let me head to the kitchen and let me get this on under a warm washcloth, and then I'll be back in the craft room to start. While I am out in my kitchen, I want to show you the DIY. Now remember, I told you I was making these back in 2019 and all the way back in October. Here, this is when I used the harvest trucks, the plaques that came out, and they just had the front, they just had a front piece. Well, I ended up making this entire salt and pepper shaker holder from that Dollar Tree truck, along with Dollar Tree special moments, tin, popsicles, and one of those shadow boxes once again that I just showed you earlier. This is a salt and pepper shaker. It's out on my pallet wood kitchen dinette set, handmade. This is a handmade dinette set, and I repurposed it, and it holds a lot of weight. This is hold anything I want to place in it. Right now I have pine cones in it for January. I will add Valentines, a few little things for Valentines for February for out here in my rustic country kitchen. So I wanted to show this to you while I'm trying to soak the jar. Get that sticker off. Here's the back. Michigan. I even have a little plate I made. So yeah, I've been making these since October. So I hope you enjoy the DIY, and like I said, if you make one, mention me in your video, please. I'm watching them. I'm watching all the videos that I see anything to do with a truck this year in 2020. Welcome back, and we will get started. I did clean the lid. This is plastic. Plastic will not bond with foam when you're using hot glue. So we will be using fabric tack. Just remove it from the container. Yep, it'll fit just nicely. Alrighty. The trouble is it does have some dust on it. I'm just going to hit it a little bit. Now normally I would wrap this with wrapping paper from Dollar Tree, because that way when they're pulling the lollipop out of it, there's a really cute design on this foam. Now I'm looking around and I don't seem to find I had some hologram wrapping paper, but I do not see it. Okay. Alrighty. Main idea, then, not wrapping it, is to get out the fabric tack. Fabric tack only takes about 15 minutes to set up if you press some weight on it. And it has a very nice controllable nozzle. I do not use E6000, and if you watch my last video, I said there was 3 items that I do not like to work with when I craft. And 2 of the items I don't like to work with was in the last DIY. 1 was glitter, or objects that have glitter on it, and 2 was deco mesh. My 3rd one that I don't like to work with when I craft is the glue, E6000. I don't like working with it. Plus, I craft a lot, and the chemicals in the glue have had cancer studies done on it, and they really haven't had anything conclusive. However, they have had the chemicals that are in the glue cause cancer in individuals that they mixed in other products. So, and it also takes 12 hours to set up. The packaging is terrible. You push on the tube and then you get a gob. It doesn't stop flowing either once you press on that tube. You lose quite a bit of glue. If you crimp it, like when you brush your teeth, you know how you crimp that toothpaste tube to get everything out? You want to crimp, you want to turn around and end up crimping E6000 in the tube, and it cracks. So then you have glue coming out all sorts of directions on that tube. I don't like the smell, and I have found it doesn't bond as well as people say it does. I learned. That is my 3rd item I do not like to craft with. I will get a little bit more into E6000 in the future, but right now I'm just trying to dab on glue on this entire lid. And look at that, it's easy to control this nozzle. Yes, it's a sticky glue, okay? It's made from cellulose acetate. It does have a little bit of smell because that's from the acetate. But look, I can stop it, turn it back up this way, and once that bubble, it'll go right back down in the nozzle. Okay, so here we go. Place this on top of the lid and add some weight. Let it bond for about 15-20 minutes before you start working on it. Okay? Find a tissue. Just wipe down the top of this with this glue before I put the nozzle back on, because it will glue the nozzle. So yeah, just wipe it down. Look how clean it is. So you really, I think, save a lot of money as well. Here you go, fabric tack. I also use Craft 3-in-1 for a lot of other objects as well. It's made from the same company. It's almost basically, I feel, the same type of glue. However, my fabric tack has worked well with all my solar lights outside that I create. And they're still out there even right now. Here we are in January, and they have not fell apart. They did not come apart when I've used the E6000 and I've had the weather change, or it's out there in the full sun. I've seen it reheat at one time, the E6000, and my projects have come apart. So going to wait on that for 15 minutes. I'm going to go back out into the kitchen and see how that jar turned out, and I'll be right back. Alright, the jar is washed and dried, and I said to you earlier I place stickers on my projects that I make and give away. These are my stickers I had made up from Vistaprint. Just took my favorite snowflake, the favorite DIY project of 2019. That's my little logo, and I can just place it on the bottom of this jar. I'll do that now. I don't want to tip the jar upside down later, because it's going to be something on, it's going to be filled. So let's do it now. And see, it really adheres nice with the clean jar. There we go. Alrighty. Alright. I'm going to open up this Deluxe Mix Fogo brand candy. This person has a sweet tooth, for sure. And then I'm going to open up this jar, or this bag of glass stones. I use these a lot in my garden. When the sun hits the light on these stones, it's fabulous looking. Looks beautiful. Plus, if you think about it, it deters the squirrels. When I place stones in my flower beds and it hits the sunlight, the squirrels don't seem to dig up my flowers and add their nuts for winter storage in my planters when I have stones in there. I don't know if it's because they don't want to dig and hit the stones, but I think it has a lot to do with the light, how it's reflecting. I don't think the squirrels like the light. I don't know. But I use a lot of these in my planters outside, and I get them in various colors as well. So, not a lot of stones, but enough to pick up that color. It's neat. It looks neat. It looks like it's a solid piece of sugar in here. So I mix it all up, but you just kind of want it to show on the outside. And there you go, one bag of candy. This is a 10-ounce bag of candy from Kroger's for $1. $1. Has butterscotches in it, peppermint, strawberry, other hard candies. It's not sugar-free, but there you go. You fill up your little jar. Isn't that cute? With goodies, and then a few little rocks. Just a little bit. Just enough to give, you know, it's going to give a really cute highlighted appearance. Alrighty. The next step is going to be to work on the lid. And my idea is to poke dum-dum suckers all around it. You've seen the 300 piece bag that I had in my DIY for the red truck. I told you I needed a big huge bag because I was doing various ideas with the lollipops. This is another of the idea I come up with. How do I come up with this idea or these ideas? I don't know. It might be like 30 years of experience and then other things that I have done in the past. I'll show you while I'm still waiting for the fabric tack to adhere. I'll show you some of the other candy jars that I made in the past. And then that's Dollar Tree as well, except for the clay pot. They don't sell them this large. I get them wherever they sell clay pots for cheap, which is usually Walmart or a floral shop. But this is an idea I made for Miss Everly. Move my camera, I'm sorry for my hand. Anyways, it's like a Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse. It's just a pot that I painted up. I painted the inside of it gold. Added the ribbon and trim after it was painted and dried. Look at that. The glue has held up. This is, oh, I don't know, 2017, early 2017. And fill this up with candy as well. So that's the Dollar Tree jar, and then there's a clay pot, and then all the rest of the trim in that is from Dollar Tree. And then for the ears, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for these styrofoam balls to get back into Dollar Tree, and they are not showing up. These are the styrofoam balls that I wanted to make my angel from. When you see the DIY, I ended up using 2 Easter eggs for the head, but this is what I wanted. They used to sell these in a pack. They're not selling them right now, or not in my store anyways. I have 2 stores to choose from, but nope. But anyways, this is just a bottom of a clay pot that you're supposed to set on the bottom to keep the water from draining out onto the patio. It keeps your water in the base so that when your roots are growing, they can actually go down into that water, but then it doesn't drown the plant either. So this is the bottom, used as a top, painted gold and then painted purple. And then I used a little fairy doll head. These are the heads I use for my fairy dolls because there's a little hole on the top of them to slide the wire through. And that's for the knob. And then I made my own little bows, and then of course I painted the styrofoam black, and then I even threw glitter on the styrofoam, and then I Mod Podged it. And this is 2 years old. Isn't it cute? And I found a little Swarovski crystal from my craft stash. So that's for Miss Everly. And then Miss Legacy, I made a daisy maid. And this, isn't this adorable? Looks like a doll. You know I like dolls. Anyways, here's the lid. Now this lid I painted blue. I added cardboard and cardstock because I didn't want her slamming it down. So I created a little barrier for a little bit more of a softness when she does place this back on the top of her head. And then just various ribbons. There's another one of the styrofoam balls from Dollar Tree. There's some buttons from Joann's. Some buttons, and then some flowers from Dollar Tree, and then that is her lid. And then I used yarn for her hair, various yarn. Just glued it on around the glass. This is a larger pot. I painted the pot first. Let's see what's on the bottom. Okay. Yeah, I covered the bottom. Can you see it? I covered it. So it's not hollow. It's just a piece of cardboard. And then I painted that cardboard. Alright, so you can do various ways. But the main attraction to all this is the glue you use. And she has butterscotch candies in it. And this is 2 years old as well. And I think it's the cutest little DIY idea. This was one of the ones I uploaded. So yeah, this is where I get my ideas from, is from myself. I think of, okay, what did I make in the past and how can I incorporate it into another DIY? And yeah, that's how I come up with the ideas. Have you ever seen a candy jar made like this before? I don't think you have. You have today, but this was made a couple years ago. It's on my videos. People are not watching the earlier videos. So if you are interested in some more candy jar ideas, and mostly using Dollar Tree products for now until you can get your clay pots, there you go. There's 2 more ideas. Okay. Now the foam has set, and what I want to do is add a lollipop and start going around the side of it. Alright? But before I do, it's going to look really cute now. I'm going to use flowers to wrap each of them so that the flower will settle around this and build up into a flower ball. And these are from the summer. They are white mums that I used, and I'm going to repurpose them. Pulled them out of my flower boxes, and now I'm going to repurpose them. I washed them down last night, dried them off, brought them in. You know, they're not dirty. They're clean now. And then I'm going to take them apart. And then add these petals to each of the lollipops. What I'm going to do is add the smaller petals too. So I'm going to kind of build up with the larger petals and then kind of build up into smaller petals. Okay? If I place all these huge petals on this, it's going to be really huge and bulky. And I think I want the eye to go upward. So that's how I'm going to do it. Alrighty, so we'll take the large ones first, and then stick her in. And there you go. Work your way around with the larger petal. In any color you want. Let's see how this turns out in a minute. Okay, here's my last one for the first row. There we go. So I have, let's see, we started with purple. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12. Make sure they're pushed in. Ready? It's going to start to look like this. Alright. Now I'm going to go up the next level with some smaller of the flowers that I took off the Dollar Tree bushel. I'm using a smaller one next. And then I think up at the top I'm just going to stick in the suckers without flowers to make it look like it's appeared to be the stamina of the flower. But we'll see. Alright, so that's what we have for now. Cute. Never made this before, and you're watching for the first time me make this. See how it's adhering to the lid. Alrighty. That's good. I probably should have done this first, but you always see the first one. So before you add the flowers and you let the fabric tack settle, add your hot glue and add some ribbon to go around the lid. Okay, should have done this before because now the flowers are in my way. That's alright. Just decorate that lid. All you need is a little bit of hot glue for now. Yeah, crazy, I didn't do this earlier. It's alright. Now there will be a bow. I will make a bow that connects this lid to the jar. Okay, so this is just the color that's on the lid will be part of the color of the bow. There we go. Yeah, now I can start working on the top and the next layer. I wanted to get this done now. Make sure it's all bonded to the foam too, because this is a twist jar. And you want to be able to twist it open without it coming off. So, there we go. So we decorated the rim. Now I can turn around and flip it and start adding the flowers and the lollipops. Right, second layer's on. I really like the idea. It's coming together very well. I've never made this before. I like the idea of using white because then all the colors of the rainbow showing through on the candy. So there's enough colors going on. So to contrast this with just the basic white, I really like this. Okay, so now I think I'm going to take the next size smaller and go around, and then I'm going to take a few and just stick them in the center. I might have to cut these a little bit though to go down in the center. I'm not sure yet. I'll see when I get to that. But then there's another layer, and this is the next size smaller on the flowers. This is fun. Alrighty, I'm just going straight down. Thinking I fit one more right there. And this is the smallest leaf or petal on the fake floral. Have to remove all that green. Alrighty. Stick her in, push her down, straight down. There you go. Now for the center, I'll just add a few of the suckers. I could color coordinate and just stick yellow in there. What do you think? Should I just stick yellow in there? Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about. Well, yeah, maybe. Hashtag art is freedom. Maybe the green. Green. What's it say? Yeah, let's do these colors. So I just go in the center and just push them in. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. There we go. Look at that. I go around and make sure they're pushed in. Wrappers are on them. And let's see what happens when I twist this on. This is so cute. Looks like a bouquet of flowers. Edible flowers. There we go. Wow. This is pretty. What do you think? Clean up this area a little teeny tiny bit. Now, I don't have a Cricut. I am probably one of the advanced type crafters who has been using just about anything that's out there, except for I've never used a Cricut. I have never purchased one or used it. This would be a fine time to write something on the front of this, like the person's name, or please take one, whatever. This is the jar I got from Dollar Tree, and that's why I liked it, is because it had these little squares where you can use your Cricut and then cut out what you want. Now I have some love stickers, and these are little roses with a little bit of glitter on it. The love's going to be too big. Excuse me. And I was thinking of just maybe adding a sticker to the front of it. And that is going to sum up this DIY. Now I have to figure out what sticker I want to use. I'll just cut it out. Okay, maybe this one. Okay, let's figure out where the front's going to be. What colors do I like? I like this one. It shows the root beer. Shows how many. Shows a lot of colors. So let's use this as the front. Alright. Okay, so let's make sure this is completely gonna come off the backing. And let's use fabric tack. I'm not just going to stick this to that jar. I will add my fabric tack to it and make sure it stays on. Now, should I make a bow or not? I'm thinking I don't need a bow. It'd just be way too much for a desktop candy dispenser. And this glue is really thick, so you have to wait for it to come down to the bottom of the nozzle. Plus I'm towards the end of it. Here it goes. So anyhow, look at how easy you can control the flow of this glue. Yeah, get in all those little leaves, points, curves, and then I can place this on the front. Okay, let me look at it directly first. Glue it on, push it down. Wow. I'll place it over there. There you go. You have $1 worth of candy in the jar from Kroger. You have a package of Dum Dum suckers. You have, let's see, I used four Mum's floral bushes. So you're going to need 4 floral bushes, but then in each of the flowers you're going to use the different levels. And then of course I use stones to throw in there. That's up to you. You don't have to do exactly what I do. This is giving you the basic idea. And then yes, I did wrap that lid with ribbon. And my suggestion is to use fabric tack. That is awesome. Cutest little DIY. Man, you just want a sucker. Pull one out. You probably could even give this with a bag of suckers so they can replenish. So they can replenish the top. You know, it just depends on what you want to do. And there you go. You've seen it here. Legacy's Little Luxuries Arts and Crafts YouTube with Babcia, drinking a cup of coffee and crafting up something wonderful for Valentine's Day. Once again, let's place this into our little corner over here for now because we're still in January. It's only the 5th of January. And it'll give others ideas as the month goes by. And one more jar left. One more bag left, but it's not going to that. This will be going to something else. So I try to find my candy very cheap, and mostly I can find it at Kroger's. The good candy that's reasonable. Kroger brand's very good. So, and then I will show you the bag of Dum Dum suckers that I picked up at Kroger for $8. There's 300 of them. You already seen me make the flower bouquet. And now this cute little desktop candy dispenser for someone at work to brighten up their little desk area for Valentine's Day. And you don't need to use the colors I use. You can use pink here. You can use Tootsie Roll Pops. If you do, they're really long on the stem, so just cut the stick down before you insert them. These are just perfect to go into that foam and I was attached to that lid. How I came up with all that, it just came to me. And I purchased all this materials back in December 2019. Most of the stuff I've been doing, I've already had in my head for about a month and a half, including the truck, because I already made the truck back in October and I already knew they were coming out with the Happy Valentine's Day. I just did not want to order 36 of them in a case online because they were available online in November. Right now there's Easter available online, but I don't want 36 of them. Okay, so I have to wait, just like you, to go on to the store and hopefully they will stock it. But I asked the managers and they keep me posted because they know me. I'm in there all the time. They know me and the YouTube channel and everything I do. Look who's joining me this morning. I don't rarely have the cats upstairs with me because I'm allergic to them. Tort. Hey Tortellini, what are you doing in there? Yeah, I rarely have them, especially in the craft room. I rarely have them in here. There's any cat fur on any of my things. I'm very particular about that, especially if I'm giving stuff away. I don't smoke, so you do not smell any smoke on my products. And We do not have fur on our products either. She's in here right now, but I'm going to show her out in a second. So I want to thank you for joining me. Thank you for looking at the other projects that I've made in 2017. Remember, this one's Miss Daisy May. So I think if you just typed in Daisy May, you would find her. I'm not sure. Yeah, a little sash in the back. A little blonde hair candy jar. And then, of course, I have the little Minnie Mouse for Miss Everly. Okay, I'm going to clean up this area, and I'm going to hit the chat room because my premiere on my Tower of Love made from the Dollar Tree pink clothes hangers is going to debut. So if you want to get on and talk to me, I will be there, even though you won't see this video for a couple days. But if you see the premiere, stand by and I will talk to you. I like to chat with my subscribers and other people out on YouTube who like to craft and take the ideas I have and run with them. Bless. And here it is. I hope you like it. Send my blessings out to you and your family from me and mine. Bless. Subscribe.